Poor Chicago. I feel for you. Well, except for if you voted for this absolute worthless sack of shit. Because you're getting exactly what you voted for. Vaccine passports. Yes, but the people who would have voted for her anyways probably double, triple, quadruple, jabbed up anyway. So who really gives a shit? And because they've been just such a rousing success everywhere. Boston's putting one in. New York, Los Angeles. All the big places are getting it. So she's not really a trendsetter when it comes to this. But yes, vaccine passports in Chicago dropping shortly. Get in line, kids. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot announced that people will have to show proof of COVID vaccination to enter restaurants, bars, and gyms, becoming the latest city to mandate a vaccine passport, despite our diligent and equitable vaccine distribution efforts. Not everybody signed up. Efforts throughout this year. Unfortunately, our city continues to see a surge of COVID-19 Delta and now Omicron cases. Can we get a double check on how many of those Delta cases are still out there? Because we're seeing the numbers, and Omicron is taking over, and boy is it deadly and serious. The mayor said that new steps must be taken to protect the health and well-being of our residents by forcing people to get the jabs. Even though the group, okay, like if we're going to take a look at demographics, and this bitch loves to deal in identity politics, what group of people, okay, and I won't answer this, it can be one of those lingering questions, you guys can just think about it in your own personal time. What group of people overwhelmingly distrust the government and are the lowest vaccinated group of people? I'll just, I don't know, man. I don't need to tell you the truth, but the picture there will give you a little bit of a hint there, and that's not lesbians, because I think you got to show proof of vaccination to buy a U-Haul or something like that. The mayor said that public health order requiring proof of vaccination to visit certain indoor public spaces is a necessary measure to ensure we can continue to enforce whatever we want to do. To continue to enjoy our city's many amenities as we enter the new year. Okay, so we have to restrict access to people who just don't want to comply with us. Cool, that makes sense. People over the age of 16 right now, but don't worry, by February or March or however long we can drag this out, it'll be eventually everybody who's eligible to get the jab, which is now down to 5 years old now? Can't believe this is where we are. This is where we are. This time last year, there was hope to get those vaccines, and yep, they were announced, and they were getting ready to go and starting ready to be rolled out, and we thought that we'd be over this, but we haven't literally moved one fucking inch in the entirety of a calendar fucking year. Can you believe this shit? Employees at venues who aren't vaccinated will have to wear masks and, I don't know, hopefully dodge bullets, because they're just going to start killing them en masse if you just don't sign up for the government. That's a joke. That's a joke, by the way, for right now. There's no denying we're in a fifth wave. Fuck, I thought we were still in the fourth wave. What's going on? Fifth wave of COVID-19. This new wave is seemingly more deadly than the last. No, you're just a science denier. You're not even looking at the facts. Spreading faster and causing profound harm. For who? For Kleenex distributors? Like, runny nose, itchy throat, a little bit of a cough. Like, that's all you're expecting if you catch the Omicron. Whatever. To be clear, I've not been this concerned about COVID since the early days of the pandemic. That's cool. Now, why are you restricting people's rights and liberties? But continue to go out and explore the amenities and all that other fun stuff. Don't really care. Yeah, but you know what you should be concerned about? The violence that's rampant in Chicago, like every single weekend. And I don't know what the death toll over the holiday weekend. Okay, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day, which isn't really celebrated in the United States, but it's another opportunity for a bunch of people to spend money. But yeah, no, who knows what the death toll is going to be over this little 3-day stretch. If it's any indication what it's normally like over holiday weekends, it's through the fucking roof, just about touching, okay, when it gets to shootings themselves. But I don't know what the death toll necessarily normally is, but it's somewhere around that 50 mark, and then like 100 people normally get shot, somewhere in that area. But yeah, no, instead of being scared and wanting to take, or I'm sorry, not scared, but rather concerned, if she wanted to take actual action to make sure that people of Chicago were safe, she'd probably be taking a look at that. But yeah, no, instead of just marshaling the forces and, you know what, taking proper cause and proper concern of what's happening there, now she's reaching out to the federal government, okay, so superseding stupid fat ass JP Pritzker and just going right to Merrick Garland. Okay, and she wants some of Trump's stormtroopers, or at least that's what it was back when, downtown Chicago was being burnt down for the third time. To send in ATF agents to the city after more than 760 murders this year, a 25-year high, just 1 year after she proposed cutting $80 million from the police budget. Boy, life sure does come at you fast now, doesn't it? Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot pleaded with Attorney General Merrick Garland on Monday to send alcohol, tobacco, and firearms agents to the city for 6 months after the city reached a 25-year high of the number of murders. The woke mayor announced at a news conference in Garfield Park on Monday that she made a formal request to Garland to send ATF agents to Chicago for 6 months. Just a little bit of a stay. We all know how beautiful Chicago is during January, February, and March. It's just beautiful. They can help release some of the dye into the river for the St. Patrick's Day parade, or maybe that'll just get canceled because of a pandemic. Right? Comes after the Democrat proposed slashing $80 million from the Chicago Police Department budget in 2020 during the Defund the Police protest. The proposal was later scaled back by 3.3% of the budget, or $59 million, was cut, and Lightfoot has since denounced the defund movement, but she was front and center for a lot of it. But Chicago's police union still issued a vote of no confidence in the mayor earlier this year. Unlikely to continue, but she would not go hat in hand, mostly because nobody would really be able to see her because she's a slight woman. Chicago is currently fighting a 25-year high murder rate with 767 homicides occurring within the city so far this year, but like I said, could be going up substantially over this weekend. There's still a couple left, so see if we can get those numbers up a little bit further. I didn't even realize that there's a little video playing in the corner. No, that's annoying. The federal government remains uniquely qualified to help address the scourge of gun violence. Yeah, no, see, they can help this time around, but when Trump's in charge... Anyways, Lightfoot said on Monday, we need these additional resources well in advance of next summer. What are you anticipating then, Lori? Thought you're doing a good job. It's also seeing a 7.5% increase in violent crime this year when compared to pre-pandemic levels in 2019, but I don't think she was in control for a full calendar year yet. In some parts of the city, seeing double the number of fatal shootings. In the statement to dailymail.com, a representative from Garland's office said, we're aware of the mayor's request and concerns raised, but are you actually going to send them there? Nah, don't worry about it. He noted that Garland had previously sent ATF agents into the city in July, back when you were still sucking at being the mayor. Lightfoot blamed the rise in crime on gang violence. What are you doing about it? Vaccine passports, and I'm sure that the gangs will probably make sure that they'll follow the guidance that you're putting in place to try to keep Chicagoans safe. Caused by poverty and neglect. It's almost like you should probably be focusing on that instead of restricting people's freedoms further. And too many illegal guns on the streets. Oh yes, it's those damn illegal guns. If you just keep them out of the hands of criminals, they probably just wouldn't magically go off. I know people are scared, the mayor told residents at a news conference, but I'm calling in the federal government, and we all know those 9 little magic words that make everybody feel far more safe. I want to assure you that from day one, public safety has been and will be my top priority. I just don't act like it. I just keep telling you these words. I have and will commit every bit of law enforcement muscle to fighting this fight, but you aren't, though. But I know that lasting peace and safety will only come to this city when the underlying cause of violence and crime are addressed once and for all. And what is that, Lori? Do beguile us with what you think it is. There are no quick solutions to this problem we are facing, she continued, but said we must do better immediately and in the short term. We must do better. Cool, thanks for addressing that. To take back control from the criminals who are preying upon us and making all of us less safe. Define who you're fighting against. She said her goal is to proactively and relentlessly bring peace to our city once and for all. You're not going to do it because you don't address the problem. Lightfoot also said that she has invested in programs to reduce crime and touted her budget's Our City, Our Safety violence reduction plan. Cool. More laws for more people to break, ergo creating more criminals. Okay, so that's fine. That works, right? But the mayor also slammed the Cook County court system. Oh, okay, charging those dastardly criminals like Juicy Smollett. Calling for a moratorium on violent offenders being allowed out on electronic monitoring. Oh, okay, cool. Build more prisons then. Oh, okay, but bail reform and my cashless bail, bro. Lightfoot said the practice is a slap in the face to criminals' victims and said that in many cases the offenders are released with virtually no supervision. Yeah, but ankle bracelets. It's just like modern day slavery, right? Called the system fundamentally broken. Oh, I just refer to the mayor's office as that. And asked how many more have to die, and there has to be an end to dangerous practice of letting violent, dangerous criminals run for mayor. At the same time, shooting incidents are up 9% over last year and 68% since 2019. The sexual assault incidents are up 28% from last year, and thefts up 20% according to Chicago Police Department data. In total, Axios reports violent crimes up 7.5% compared to pre-pandemic levels of 2019, and some neighborhoods of the city have seen 100% increase in fatal shootings this year. So we know today, of all days, what is necessarily in the certain stockings of certain members or certain citizens of Chicago. Really does suck, but if you still live in these Democratic hellholes, I don't know what to tell you guys. It sucks to suck, I guess. Hopefully you enjoyed an amazing Christmas. I'm pretty sure I did. Don't know, recording this beforehand, but I love Christmas, and I really do love sharing different information and just dunking on bad kids like stupid Beetlejuice here. The crossover you never thought you'd see, especially in 2021. You got Beetlejuice and a geriatric troll doll, number 8 on the top 10 anime crossovers. But with that said, guys, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.